It's time for another live new at 2, and today we welcome Devin Dawson.
What's going on,
Devin?
man? Hey, how you doing?
Good. Tell us your story. Where you come from, and how did the music thing start for you?
Yeah, let's see. I'm from a little town called Orangeville, California. It's kind of outside of Sacramento. It's right by Folsom Prison, which I always like to say because it sounds cool. But I grew up there, and I started playing music when I was about 12. I have a twin brother, and we kind of started a garage band with our best friends, and kind of followed that path through middle school and high school, and we started a rock band and kind of got heavier and heavier and heavier, and by the end of high school and all the angsty years, we were playing heavy metal, which is so crazy to kind of look back on now. But I grew up listening to country music and soul and rock, and I've always kind of gone back to my roots. But we got signed and toured for a couple years and put out a couple records in that band that we were in, and I always kind of wrote my own songs on the side, kind of just to stay sane. And I kind of just grew out of that type of music. It wasn't fulfilling to my heart anymore. And long story short, I started writing more of my own songs and moved to Nashville and started writing for other people, and found out that there were certain songs that I was writing that I didn't want to give up to anybody else, or that they wouldn't really feel truthful if I wasn't the one singing them. And, kind of missed being on stage after taking a break from it for a little bit, and kind of started snowballing a little bit and put one foot in front of the other, and now I'm standing here in front of y'all, get to play songs. So.
Is one of those songs the single I'm about to play?
Yeah, All on Me is one of the first songs that I wrote as it's like you develop as an artist, and you go through these years of writing and figuring out what's right for you, and then playing shows and figuring out what you believe so that other people believe it. And All on Me was one of the first ones that I kind of knew. I'm such a lyric guy. I need to say something. I'm such a word guy. And that one has a really positive message, but it still has this cool, fun groove, this bouncy groove, and this awesome melody that kind of just makes you want to roll the windows down and go for a drive. So that one had it all for me, and that was a good kind of flagship song, for me. So
a live new at 2, All on Me by Devin Dawson. Tell us what you think on Facebook at 109 The Cat.
Hey, I know that the woes and the weight of the world can get inside our minds and be too much sometimes. Yeah, I know. But baby, don't let the no's and the ups and the downs from the roller coaster ride beat you up inside. Oh, baby, don't. But if you ever feel that way, don't you ever hesitate, 'cause you got my number, you can call on me. If you in trouble, put the fall on me. When you're mad, you can take it out on me. When it don't add up, you can count on me. When you're low, come get high on me. Make it slow, take your time on me. Settle in, let it out, come and lay on me. Yeah, when it gets heavy, put the weight on me. Baby, put it all on me. And put it all on me. Yeah. I wanna take you out on the town on my dime anytime. Tell me when you're free. We can do anything and everything you want. Yeah. Oh, I wanna hear all your fears and your troubles. Strip it down, really get to know one another. When it's nobody but you and me, just us. Yeah, girl, you know I'm here for you. You can lean on me anytime you need to. You got my number, you can call on me. If you in trouble, put the fall on me. When you're mad, you can take it out on me. When it don't add up, you can count on me. When you look, come get high on me. Make it slow, take your time on me. Settle in, let it out, come and lay on me. Yeah, when it gets heavy, put the weight on me. Baby, put it all on me. Girl, put it all on me. Alright. Take me to the bridge. Come on, relax your mind on me. When you need a shoulder, you can cry on me. Baby, you can bet your life on me. and put it all on me. You got my number, you can call on me. If you in trouble, put the fall on me. When you're mad, you can take it out on me. Yeah, when it don't add up, you can count on me. When you're low, come get high on me. Make it slow, take your time on me. Settle in, let it out, come and lay on me. When it gets heavy, put the weight on me. Baby, put it all on me. Yeah, baby, put it all on me. Woo! Put it all on me. Girl, put it all on me, all on me, all on me, all on me. Put it all on me. On four.
All right, Devin, you told us you grew up in California. How'd the road lead to Nashville? How'd you get there?
Man, like I said, I was in a band for a while, and we kind of were just following a path, and you know, we got signed and toured for a while, and I had been through Nashville a lot, and I just knew, you know, I was from California. I could have easily gone to L.A., and it just wasn't my vibe. I feel like I liked visiting there more than living there, and Nashville just had the people and the pace and the energy and the vibes that I needed as a musician, but more importantly, it had the songwriting community that I longed for. Like I said, I grew up listening to country music, and the songs underneath, and the lyrics, and the way that we develop our ideas and deliver our words, and that's such a unique culture that we have in country music that is unlike anything else in the world of music. And that was what I was drawn to as a songwriter and as an artist, and so that's really where I wanted to be, and that's how I learned how to write songs, was just by listening to those growing up, you know. And so it was an easy choice for me, and I'm glad I did. I went to Belmont University in Nashville, and that's where I met, you know, Nick is in the studio with us here, and Austin is in the studio, and my bass player, Kip and Sam are not here, but we all met at Belmont, and we've all graduated and been jamming for years, and so they've kind of come along this journey with me, which is a really unique luxury to have, you know.
You know, there have been so many famous singers to come out of Belmont University. I mean, I think Brad Paisley comes to mind.
Josh Turner, I think.
Trisha Yearwood.
Leanne Womack, maybe, I think. Florida Georgia Line, Chris Young.
Why is that the place to go to make those musical connections, or why do so many people come out of there and have success?
Yeah, there's a couple reasons. The community that they foster there is just amazing. Like, there's, you know, when you have an excuse to kind of dive into your career, or your dream rather, for 4 years, it's something amazing happens. And I feel like there's every one person from their little town, they're that music guy that, you know, everyone looked to, and then they all move to Nashville, and then there's this new hierarchy, and it kind of is this friendly competition kind of camaraderie thing, and we all push each other to be better, and we meet people that make us better, you know. And it's just this community that is just so ingrained, like I said, in songwriting and the passion of music that we all, you know, live and bleed for, that we would never do anything else. This is our only option, you know. So
we just heard your new single. Now we're going to hear something live. You've got the guys with you. Introduce them again. Who
this is Nick DeMaria on my right. He's one of my best friends, amazing guitar player. This is Austin Taylor Smith on my left. One of my main collaborators is a songwriter and an amazing singer in his own right. We're going to do a song called Asking for a Friend, and I talked a lot about growing up, listening to country music and analyzing those words and how they set up their ideas and deliver them. And this is a good example of how I've learned how to write songs and how I love how to write. And like, I'm such a lyric guy, and so not only telling a story, but really just, you know, letting people in on when I let them in on. And it's just a culture that we have in country music, and I wouldn't be able to do what I do to the fullest extent in any other genre. And so yeah, this one's called Asking for a Friend. It's kind of about a guy trying to apologize for messing up a little bit in the relationship. Yeah, it goes like this. 1, 2. Hey, I was just wondering if anyone was sitting here, and if not, would it be okay if someone bought you a beer? Let's say that someone wanted to dance. Would he have a snowballing hell of a chance to get you out on the floor before this slow song ends? Oh, hey, 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 I'm just asking for a friend. He ain't never been any good at laying it all out on the line. But I swear down deep, believe me, girl, he's a really good guy. If you can find it in your heart, just cut him some slack. He'll be Johnny on the spot here, 2 seconds flat. Yeah, he's holding his breath, come on, give him a second wind. Oh, hey, hey, yeah. Yeah, what do you say? It's Friday night and you're beautiful, so beautiful. What man wouldn't thank you? Well, the love of his life, he'd be a fool. He'd be a fool. Just one drink would sure mean a lot to him. Hey, I'm just asking for a friend.
The new 100.9 The Cat, live in the studio with Devin Dawson. Thanks, Devin. You're off to a great start. We just heard the new single a moment ago, but what's really cool is that you've got some big superstars behind you. Tim McGraw and Faith Hill are going to have you out on the road with them this summer.
Man.
How did that happen? When did you get that call?
Well, I grew up listening to them, and Faith is my mom's favorite, and so I just remember giving her finally the call that it was confirmed, and she just freaked out, you know. Mm-hmm. But yeah, they're doing something really cool where they want to support artists that they believe in or that they are fans of, or you know, just new people that they want to kind of help along, because I'm sure at some point somebody helped them, you know, and that's just this really cool kind of pay it forward idea that they have. But they asked a lot of newer, different artists to come out and open for them, and somehow I think through my management they heard a couple of my songs and dug it in their own way, and they asked me to come out for 5 days on a couple weekends with them, which, I mean, I can't even believe it's real, man. I mean, it's going to be a huge experience, and more importantly, we get to play my hometown, which is amazing. I feel like part of being a musician is like going back and playing an awesome show in your hometown, you know? Yeah.
Have you met them before?
No, I haven't. No, we.
Are you nervous about that first meeting with them?
Man, I'm not. I think I'm more so just making sure that I'm grateful for what the chance they've given me. I don't get starstruck a whole lot, and I don't know if that's just because I try to think that we're all people, man. Obviously, you give somebody the respect that they've deserved and that they've garnered, but I think when you just treat somebody like a person, I think it goes a little bit farther. And so I've tried to kind of keep that mantra, you know.
So after you open up for Tim and Faith and you're sitting there watching the show, listening, what's that one Tim McGraw song you can't wait to hear live?
Cherokee Outlaw, dude.
Really?
That's
Indian
the
Outlaw?
one, dude. Like, that's the one that I'm just... Every time I hear that bridge, you know what I mean? I've never done that before. That was a pretty good impression.
Yeah,
you know?
I think we all know what you meant.
It's just got it's got a color to it. It's got a vibe. And I remember listening to that on tape with my mom when I was a kid, on a cassette, you know. But he's got so many hits. That and, you know, she got a barbecue stand on a white t-shirt. She was killing me in that miniskirt. All of those. He's got hits for days. And so there's so many that are going to be so nostalgic for me in my childhood. So I'm just going to try to sit back and take it all in, you know.
Now, before you hit the road with Tim and Faith, you've already been on the road with Maren Morris. That must be cool, too. She's one of the hottest stars in country music right now.
Yeah, I mean, she's had an incredible year between ACMs and CMAs and Grammy wins and, you know, being on SNL and singing with Alicia Keys and all this. And so, again, for her to believe in me this early on in my career, I'm super thankful for that. And she took a chance on us, and it's a really cool thing for her. And it's been amazing. I think the music, I'd like to think, matches really well. It's a good vibe together, and I've heard that from a lot of the listeners and the fans afterwards. And you know, every show is sold out. It's these really cool clubs, and for her, I think this tour was awesome for her because she would never get a chance to play these rooms again because she's you know, so successful and doing so well that it was kind of this chance for her to be like, all right, I want to do this, and I want to bring somebody that I believe in with me, and to be that person, I'm super grateful for that for sure.
All right, let's hear another live performance here. Tell us what you're going to do.
Yeah, we're going to play a song called Dark Horse, and this is a really special song for me. It's kind of, I think as a new artist, it's important to have these "This is who I am" songs, and this is what I believe in, and this is what I'm about. And I feel like I tried to write this for years, and I feel like I tried to force it in a way, and it just never came out right. And not necessarily this title, but just the idea of this song. And it's funny, this song actually came after the record was done, which you hear you hear that story all the time. This song comes along and stop the presses, and I think maybe it was because I didn't have as much pressure on me to write for the record and all that. But I continue to write every day. That's kind of my release. That's how I learned how to communicate. And so I'm just glad that this song came along, and it really, I had to wait for it to come to me in a way. But yeah, this one's called Dark Horse. Yeah, thanks for the time. People always ask why I wear black, where'd I get my style, and why I never smile in pictures. They ask me what I drink, I'll sip on anything, but I'm a little more California smoke than liquor. No, it ain't that I'm self-conscious, I'm just conscious of myself. I side with the outsiders, those long shot last round fighters, anyone who ain't afraid to stray off course. My heart bleeds for country music, where the honest outlaw truth is. No, I ain't no white knight, I'm a little more dark horse. Ooh, yeah, yeah. I don't go to church, can't quote a Bible verse, I couldn't sing a psalm, that don't mean that I don't talk to Jesus. Girls say it, push them off, that I can't open up, but I ain't afraid of love. When I say it, I just want to mean it. Yeah, I side with the outsiders, those long shot last round fighters, anyone who ain't afraid to stray off course. My heart bleeds for country music, where the honest outlaw truth is. No, I ain't no white knight, I'm a little more dark horse. Oh yeah, dark horse. No, it ain't that I'm self-conscious, I'm just conscious of myself, and I don't know how to be nobody else. Yeah, so I side with the outsiders, those long shot last round fighters, anyone who ain't afraid to stray off course. My heart bleeds for country music, where my honest outlaw truth is. No, I ain't no white knight, I'm a little more dark horse. Ooh yeah, dark horse. Dark horse. Ooh yeah, dark horse.
Live on 100.9 The Cat, Devin Dawson.
Thank you very much, man.
Devin, for our friends watching on Facebook, they may be curious to know about your tattoos. Is there a story behind the sleeve there?
It's so funny. I tell people I was in a metal band for a while, and they're like, oh, that's when you got the tattoos. And I actually didn't have them until after I finished, or after I kind of parted ways with that band. When I was growing up, I've always been really, really into Japanese culture and the kind of art of that culture of the art and the way that they make strokes and there's no outline, there's no mistakes. You go off of one and you go to the next thing. You don't start over. And there's Bob Ross always says no mistakes, just happy accidents, you know. And so I've kind of tried to live that way and kind of believe everything happens for a reason. And so in traditional Japanese tattoo culture, you kind of do land, sea, and air on your arms and your chest. And I've got sea on my right arm with an octopus. I didn't want to do the koi fish, which is the kind of normal thing. I have an obsession with the number 8 too, so that's why I chose this. And then traditional, you have the Siberian tiger and the dragon contrast on the left arm for land, and then across my chest eventually I'm gonna get what's called a Eurasian black vulture, which is the biggest bird in Japan, and it's gonna be the symbolic of air, and it's all kind of gonna be one piece. It's been a process getting it all. It's been about 5 years, and my artist is back in my hometown, so I only go about 2 or 3 times a year and try to sit as long as I can, about 5 or 6 hours, and I think I'm like 46 hours in at this point, and just trying to stay motivated.
You mentioned earlier you started with your twin brother. Did he
Correct.
decide to pursue something else? What's he doing these days?
Yeah, he lives in Nashville with me. He is an amazing songwriter and producer. And so it's this really cool thing about, I have my own circle and my own world and my own drive and my own ambitions, and he has his own circle and his own people and his own drive and his own ambitions. But with that, we also get the opportunity and the luxury to collaborate. But there's no weird comparison or anything like that. And we do a lot of co-writing in Nashville, which is where you kind of write with a couple other people, and I do that with him a lot. But I have this song that's in The Shack, the movie that's out right now, and it's called Honest to God, and it was a song that I actually wrote by myself, which is a rarity for me these days. And he actually got to produce that. So it was this really cool brother moment for us to be able to have that and then have it find a home,
And there's another connection with Tim McGraw. He was in that
Exactly,
movie.
yeah.
Did you watch the movie? And if so, what did you feel when you heard your song?
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet.
Okay.
I think just an excuse of being busy and having 3 hours to sit down and do nothing is a very scarce thing this time in my life. But it's the label that I am with, Atlantic and Warner. They were working on the soundtrack, and they asked me to take a hand at writing a song. And you try, and it never really works out, And so I'm just glad that it finally actually kind of made it. But I hadn't seen the book or read the movie, but it's crazy. It's this really it's this spiritual experience of this song, and you can listen to it later. But there's the second verse that talks about I don't know why I keep dragging this song, because truth be told, he probably gave me this song with a whisper in my ear. And it's kind of, as I'm writing it, I'm like, I'm not writing this. Somebody else has given this to me, And without seeing the movie, I feel like it matches so well. I had a lot of friends, and I knew the subject of the movie, and I knew all the how it goes, and like I said, a lot of friends read the book and all that, so I had some insight into it. But it's even crazier to me that it came out so well and matched so well with the energy of the movie, even though I hadn't quite spent a lot of time with it. Yeah.
Well, congratulations. You're off to a great start with all these successes already.
Thank you so much for
That's
having
good.
us, man. We appreciate you.
Where can we find you on social media?
I'm on Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat at ZDevin. That's ZDEVIN. Or y'all can just go to my website, devindawsonmusic.com, and you can get anywhere you need to go from there.
Devin, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me, man.